lucky, and it's funny because if you look at when I first, everyone's got their napkin drawing, right, of things they invent, and for whatever reason, this category of tech back in the early 2000s, I'm just like, this is what I'm going to do, and so it started out in the early days, everyone's saying I'm crazy, tech's not going to work, and then finally, like Verizon bought off on this category of tech called millimeter wave wireless, and then the whole ecosystem formed. But because I was so early, I was able to meet kind of all of the key players along the way, and really, when they saw kind of how accurate the direction I was going in, and some of the successes that we had, it kind of led to me forming some really pivotal relationships. And one of them, who I've worked with now for almost a decade, Dr. Paul Raj, has actually become a close friend, but he's probably the best characterization is he's like the Michael Jordan of wireless. He's a really important person. Prime Minister Modi in India just directly appointed him chairman of a multi-billion-dollar tech fund for India. He kind of operates at that level. He sold companies to Intel, Broadcom, Hewlett-Packard, professor of engineering at Stanford, and his claim to fame is he invented MIMO. MIMO is why your phone works. It's why Wi-Fi works. It's why 4G, 5G. And such an important invention that he was inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame with like Alexander Graham Bell and Marconi and Edison and all those folks. And anyhow, can't talk enough about him. He's not only an amazing mind, but just a wonderful human being and a close friend of mine. But he works very closely with us. And really, I think the thing that we're really lucky to have him is he has access to all of the top people in so as we staff up and as we continue to build out our product, getting access to top engineers and top graduate students out of universities, and in addition to kind of his understanding of wireless is really helpful for us. So that's on the wireless side. And then Nash, amazing engineer. He's had senior positions at Google and Oracle, and his core competency is in distributed computing systems. And when we get into kind of what the solution is, really that's what we're ultimately building is a distributed compute platform. So after kind of working in corporate America, he transitioned over to blockchain, and for the last 5 years has been working on a lot of blockchain projects. And so he's our lead engineer for blockchain. And then Alan Peacock, I met him actually through Vivint. So Vivint acquired his company as well. It was a distributed Dropbox, a company called Space Monkey, which they built a distributed Dropbox return alternative. So versus storing your data in a data center, it was distributed amongst nodes in people's homes. And that company came out of some research he was doing at MIT. Also, absolutely genius guy. And then underneath all these folks, we've got a team of engineers, some in the US, most in Eastern Europe, Lithuania, and but collectively we do everything from we build all the hardware, we design it, we do all the digital board designs, all of the software, and that's kind of our bread and butter. Like we're super good at that.
So these guys are like the Avengers or the Justice League, like hey, superheroes, right? In the tech space. So talking about the tech, because we don't, it's crazy.